You are so good to us. Let's talk to him. Can you turn it up so we can... Hello, downtown. Are we on?
Hello, downtown. Downtown. What's up?
Let's hear our music.
We don't have Jimi Hendrix today, but this is the best we could do.
What'd you say?
This is our music today. Unfortunately, we are unable to play the Jimi Hendrix, but we are broadcasting live.
Well, okay, here we are. Eli, we can...
Let's talk about that later. We are live from the Heartland. Hoping to be live any minute now. It's Saturday morning, Cinco de Mayo.
Okay.
And I think we're on the air. And we are on the air. I'm not exactly sure what happened to our dude Jimi Hendrix, but we're here without him. Thinking of him.
Maybe we should play Marvin Gaye sometime. What's going on? It's in the news. Anyhow, this is another edition of the Live from the Heartland show. It is the 5th of May in the year 2012. And this is Michael James with Katie Hogan. We are here at the very lovely corner of Glenwood and Lunt. We're in the heart of RogersPark, where once again we bring you another edition of the Live from the Heartland show every Saturday morning, 9 to 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time. And you can always look at earlier editions if you go to youtube.com/heartlandmedia. We have a really nice lineup today. We're going to have Kathy Pollock coming up from the Greenleaf Art Center. We're going to have Jan Rodolfo representing National Nurses United. We got our buddy Dan McNeil from Family Matters going to talk to us a little bit about a walkathon and peace strategies in the neighborhood. And we got a great event here at the Heartland tonight. Tambours Sans Frontieres is going to play, and we've got a couple of people from that band, T-Bur, the manager, Zoe Willet, and maybe Kevin Gibbs, too. So we got all kind of people going to be up on this stage, and hopefully none of us fall off. And don't forget, we're going to talk about breastfeeding on this. We got the Breastfeeding Cafe coming up, and we are going to do it, and we have a couple of...
No, Michael, you are not going to breastfeed.
I'm not going to.
No.
Oh, good.
And no, Kathy, you don't have to.
Thank you so much.
Anymore.
Katie's taking over.
Well, I can hear my voice. I can not hear yours. So there we go. Kathy Pollock, what a treat to have you up here. Michael says you get the most hits when we have you up, so you have a loyal following.
I have a loyal following of artists.
You do indeed. You and Dennis, your beloved spouse, who's also in the audience here today.
He did a great job cutting his hair.
Thank you. I am his barber.
That's good. You guys began the Greenleaf Art Center right over here at Greenleaf and just west of Ravenswood. How many years ago now?
We bought the building in '97, and we slowly built art studios until the art studios took over the printing company that we originally had there.
Wow.
And Dennis is one of our only printers still in the building.
He likes it that way, too, doesn't he?
He does.
Print
He
newspapers,
does.
flyers, or fine pieces of art.
Well, yes. Yes,
Yes,
I'll
all of
let
the
it
above.
be at that. Yes.
So
Yes.
this coming Friday is your an annual event, right?
We
Or
have
has-
2 events a year. We have one in May and one in October. October is Chicago Artist Month, so we like to coincide with that in October. The May event is on Friday, May 11th. It's from 6 to 10 p.m., and it's free. It's open to everyone, all of our neighbors, their children, their dogs, anyone can come. And
Children and
artists,
dogs.
artists
We
are
love an event
invited.
like
Yes. Everyone has their studios open. They have snacks and wine in their studios, so it's just a fun evening of walking through different studios and seeing what's going on in the art community.
So it's called the Spring Thing. So it's the Spring Group Show and Open Studio event at the Greenleaf Art Center. How many artists now work in your space?
Working out of this space, we have about 50 artists, but
It's
we
amazing.
also, yeah, that is amazing.
2 blocks from here, folks. All these artists hard at work under one roof.
We also have 20 or so additional artists that don't work out of the studios, but they are part of our community. So they're members of the Art Center, but they're not working out of the Art Center. So we have about 70 artists that will be part of the show on Friday.
Quite an organizing feat you two have pulled off.
It is. It is.
You know-
We're about to get crazy.
Because artists, it must be like herding cats, right?
It is. I love to say that. Yes. Yes. Keeping them all happy and.
All right, I hate to mention this, but I have to. I bid on and got the highest bid on
Oh no.
on an art class at the Glenwood at the Greenview. Listen to me, Greenleaf Art Center a year ago, and you took the summer off, and lo and behold, you're taking this summer off too.
Right. I'm sorry. We. Oh yeah.
I love
I
painting in
predict,
that
Katie, you'll
studio.
have plenty of time to study art.
Oh,
to do your
that's
art.
good. That's good. You can come and have a private study.
I need help, though. I need all the
Katie's a
help
pretty
I
good
can
artist
get.
herself.
Yes, she is. She is. She's taken classes before.
So tell us a little bit about the classes you have over there.
Well, the right now on hold just because hit our neighborhood pretty bad, and we have had to cancel most of the classes. So rather than continue to disappoint people, we're going to take the summer and the spring off. Mm-hmm. Hopefully back by fall.
Back by fall?
Hopefully.
Well,
if
we
the
need-
economy keeps growing, we're back.
We need to put you on the show with a couple months advance notice so that
So we
folks hear
can
about
plead
the-
with folks.
so
to-
we could say, here's the classes, sign on up.
Yeah.
Because you know the masses are listening, and they're going to
They are.
flock to your events.
I know they are.
Well, Kat, the spring thing, again, is this coming Friday in the
This coming
studio
Friday.
That's May 11th.
At the Greenleaf Art Center, which is 1806 West Greenleaf. Our great neighbors, our longtime neighbors, and you guys are also pretty involved in the Historical Society,
We're very involved in the Historical Society.
which we regularly feature on this show as well. We're a lucky neighborhood to have you.
Thank you. And we are so in love with our neighborhood that we have been here since we were in college, and that was a long, long time ago.
Me too. And as some of you may remember, but we will not trash talk the nuns today.
No. Poor nuns.
Both Kathy and I are Mundelein graduates.
Yay.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good one to end on.
I know, I love it.
Well-
Kathy, keep on doing what you're doing. It's so terrific. You and Dennis make RogersPark a much better place to live.
Thank you.
And speaking of art, there's a new exhibit up on the wall here at the Heartland. It's digital imagery by Richard Adams, and he will have a meet and greet the artist on Tuesday night, May 8th at 7:30 here at the Heartland Cafe. So moving from Greenleaf to Howard
Marshfield.
Street, Marshfield, we're going to talk with
Marshfield. It's good. That's the area.
Howard and Marshfield.
Yeah.
You got to talk close to that, Dan. You got to get a
Okay.
fist away.
All right.
All right. So every year, I know what's going on up at Family Matters because I get a call from you saying, "Can we get the beans and rice? Can we get the spicy beans and rice? Can we get the the salad for our walkathon.
How about a little cornbread?
Dan McNeil, tell us about Family Matters right now and what's going on with your walkathon that's coming up soon.
Well, first, Mike, let me thank you and the Heartland for your generous food, which has fed a lot of hungry walkers. This is our 23rd annual walkathon. It will be May 19th. The route is along the lakefront from the north side of Chicago to Northwestern. Very nice walk, hopefully some really nice weather. The event will begin at 10 a.m. at Gale Academy, which is 1631 Jonquil, and it will end at a picnic at Willie White Community Center, which Family Matter was very instrumental in helping to get established and built. And the registration begins at 9 a.m. And so most of our programs at Family Matters are free to the participants and to the community. This is the one annual fundraiser which allows us to offer the programs that we offer. We have a young woman's program, Sisters of Strength and Sisters of Unity, and they do a lot of social activism, relationships with the community. They did a walkability study which just walked around to see how safe and secure the area is in terms of where there are street curbs, stop signs, stop lights. We've done a lot of work with Alderman Joe Moore, who's been a very strong positive supporter of Family Matters. We do a lot of entrepreneurial and a lot of academic support for the young people in the community. We recently did a college tour. We think it's very important for the young people to get outside of the community, as beautiful as it is, and have other experiences that broaden their vision of possibilities. So we've taken them to colleges, we've taken them to Sharprint, manufacturers.
Sharprint is the T-shirt printer
that we've used forever.
That we started up above Round Records over there across from Loyola back in the old days.
Really,
great people. We recently, the young men recently helped design the new Ceasefire T-shirt, and Sharprint did it free of charge, and have been donating our walkathon T-shirts, which every participants in the walkathon receives the T-shirts, since the last 8 years. So we're very blessed to have a lot of positive support.
That's terrific.
Dan, I want to ask you, when we talked about you coming on the show, and you've been a regular guest over the years, you mentioned strategies for peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Could you share a little bit about what's going on, why we even need to think about peacekeeping in the neighborhood?
Family Matters has been working with other organizations, Ceasefire, Good News Partners, to come up with ideas and concepts that will reduce the violence that seems to happen at the beginning of the summertime. I think what's happened, I think a lot of times the youth not having things to do, needing more vision and directions, often get kind of, what's the word?
Distracted?
Animated in their behavior. So we're coming up with we're looking at ways to support that. We recently worked with O&E and Ceasefire and did a peace summit at Sullivan High School. It was about 500 plus people. There were congresswomen, state representatives, the police commander was there, and a lot of youth. So what we're proposing is, one, to raise consciousness by working on peace T-shirts designed by youth, which we then hope to put into murals that will also bring about the awareness of peace. So we're trying to make the idea of peace to youth cool and something to move forward. So we're going to have an award ceremony where the best design by youth for a peace design T-shirt receives some awards. We're looking at possible scholarships for definitely, and maybe possibly to find a donor that may donate a vehicle. We thinking that a vehicle would be able to pull a lot of youth in if we can find somebody to
Your vehicle's too small to hold a lot of youth.
But then have that design that they created on the vehicle, and kind of have a peace mobile in the community designed by youth, just as part of involving the youth in this peace strategy.
I got a beat-up BMW that I got stuck with. That.
You know what? I really like that you said that, because going out over the airwaves, somebody's gonna hear this and tell somebody, and somebody's gonna call you at Family Matters.
Family Matters. The number there is 773-465-6011. And the person to talk to would be probably Mary Jo, who's our administrative director there, and her extension is 110. You get Mary Jo at 110.
All right, Dan, give us the date.
So
the date of the walkathon is May 19th. The time for the registration is 9 a.m. and the event will begin at Gale Academy, which is on Jonquil, 1631 Jonquil, and will also end there, and there will be plenty of food. There's a minimum $20 donation from the walkers. As I said, this is our one annual fundraising that allows us to do all the programs that we do.
do people get pledges
Yes.
to walk? Okay, so
Yes.
that's really how you get the bucks.
Yes.
Even though we don't
have
say
teams,
amounts of money
We're not
on the
advocating
radio.
anything here.
Just
We're just sharing information.
although it's a great
Googly got.
walk from North Howard Street to Northwestern and back, right?
Yes, it's a great. It's right
Dan,
along the lake.
It's gorgeous.
Up to Northwestern and back. Yes.
Do you have about a 4-line poem you want to recite?
Oh, on the spot.
Just say hello.
Okay.
Say hello to everybody.
The poem is it's called The Formula. Can you square love or calibrate hate? Can you isolate joy or measure fate? Shall you time the eternal when the test is now? Can you reduce a moment or sedate a while? If loneliness is to the fifth power, what is the ratio to pain? And what happens when anger reaches its boiling point? And how, pray tell, does greed affect the brain? If ignorance is a catalyst for fear and doubt is just a phase, then faith is a continuum, and the chemicals of hope emit rays. The equation is sound, the formula is right. Love is a solution for binding the mattress of life. I say love is a solution for binding the matters of life. I say love is the solution.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Let's have a big round of applause for our good buddy Dan McNeil. Always a pleasure to have him on the show. And we want
Take
to
part in the Family Matters Walkathon.
And we want to say, give a big shout out down there to Eli, who is doing the board today. And why don't you give us a little bit of music, and we're going to get set to bring up Tambours Sans Frontieres.
Sans Frontieres.
Okay, a little bit of music, and we'll be right back with more live from the Heartland here on the left end of the dial, 88.7, Chicago Sound Alliance.
Say Tambours. Say that last.
Solen sagrar världen lit. Könens speckling stegar
are back here on the corner of Glenwood and Lunt on the stage of the Heartland Cafe, where every Saturday morning we bring you live from the Heartland. We are so live, we have the spirit of the drum right here in front of us. Tambours Sans Frontieres is playing tonight here at the Heartland on this very same stage. We're very psyched to have you again. It's been a while, and I want to introduce Tambours, who is probably one of the founding members of this group.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here this morning. I'm Tambours Mlandusita from the Congo. I live in Chicago in 2 years and a half now. My band play for a lot of places in Chicago City, World Music Festival, Evanston Festival, African Festival in Southside. So tonight, you guys, with my band, we're gonna enjoy beautiful music tonight here in Heartland Cafe.
Yay! You also have Zoe Willet. Zoe, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and go ahead.
We've enjoyed playing at the Heartland before. It's one of our favorite places, and we're very happy to be playing here again tonight.
Zoe, you are. We've had a lot of bands here with a lot of their connected folks. You are one hands-on manager. How did you become connected with Tambours Sans Frontieres?
Well, I was living in Mali in West Africa, and Tambours and his friends came there. They ended up there, and